On the record in the matter of Timothy Williams and Kelly Williams versus Christopher Brown, file number 24-00275, council appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Don Keski for the plaintiff. Also on Zoom is Kip Wilson from Renaissance Property Management, which is the agent for the owner, Your Honor.
You're okay. Today was the date and the time that was set for a hearing. My understanding is that you all have entered into a conditional dismissal. Mr. Keski, can you put the terms on the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. The conditional dismissal, which we have submitted to my file pending your signature or approval, if acceptable, is that the tenant agrees to pay rent of $1,383.33 plus court costs of $161.67 for a total of $1,545.00, with the defendant to pay $500 in certified funds to the RPM office by 3 p.m. on or before May 10th, 2024, and $1,045 in certified funds to be paid by 3 p.m. on May 17th, 2024. And this settlement includes an offset that the plaintiff has provided to the defendant as a compromise, Your Honor.
And Mr. Christopher Brown Jr., is what Mr. Keski stated on the record accurate?
Yes, it is accurate, but I do have one question.
Okay, what's your question?
That would be a Friday. That Friday I do get paid, but the thing about it, I get off at midnight, and I wouldn't be able to just get off work to come and make the $500 deposit. But I will be able to do it if he will allow me to bring it Saturday morning or Monday morning. I can. Other than that, I would, because I gotta deposit the money into my account anyways.
Okay,
And
Mr. Wilson,
Mr. Keski, can we move? We can move that to the 20th because really, it's not the writ date is the 20th.
I think that'll work, Your Honor, whichever we can resolve the matter.
Okay, so you're gonna get it to them by no later than the 20th in the morning, the second payment, is that correct?
correct.
Okay, your first payment, that's still on a Friday, is that the same issue that you have?
That's what I'm just talking about the 500 one, the first payment, not the 1,045. I would be able to make that one on the 17th. So
May 10th is this Friday. You say you don't get off until
this Friday.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you can make your payment no later than the 13th on that one.
Yes, that Monday morning, no later.
Okay, and then your 1,045, you're still gonna make that by the 17th.
By the 17th, correct.
Okay.
And
Mr. Keski.
you may also want to check RPM offices. Sometimes are open on Saturdays from 10 to 2 sometimes, but so
okay.
By the 13th is a Monday, it's fine. It's just that if it was more convenient to check with RPM on whether they're open on Saturday, you might want to do that option as well.
Well, I had a full amount there. I'll get it there by Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so your agreement is that you'll pay past due rent in the amount of $1,545. That's $1,383.33 plus court costs of $161.67. That you'll pay $500 in certified funds no later than May 10th. But you're going to check to see if the office is open over that weekend, and if you're able to get that in, you'll do that. I'm sorry, May 13th. You'll get that first payment in, and the second payment will be in the amount of $1,045, and that will be payable to the plaintiff no later than May 17th. And you understand that you had certain rights that you would need to give up in order to enter into this conditional dismissal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, you have the right to be represented by an attorney and you have appeared without a counsel, and so are you waiving your right to an attorney at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
You also have the right to have a trial. You could have demanded a jury trial. Did you want to waive your trial so you can do this conditional dismissal?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive those rights?
No, ma'am.
You have 3 business days from today. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood any of the rights that you've just waived, you can return to the court. You can file a motion to set aside judgment and request to have this agreement set aside. We'll set it for a hearing, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you sign the conditional dismissal or give Mr. Keski permission to sign on your behalf?
Yes, ma'am. I signed it myself.
Okay, do you have any questions at this time?
No, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Yes, would you be making the correction on the date from 5/10 to 5/13? And
Correct.
with that initialing, would you then be directly filing on my file, or is that something you need us to do?
You've already filed it on my file, is what you're saying?
Yes, we filed the version that said 5/10.
Yeah, I'll redact and make the edit and then I'll sign it.
And then you'll be filing that on my file, I understand.
I sign it right in my file, so it's already in there. And so
Okay.
once I submit it, you'll get a copy through there.
Okay, very good then. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set.
All right.
All right. Okay, bye now.
Thank you. I don't know who's on this Samsung device. I haven't started the audio. I don't have to sign it. I don't think. On the record in the matter of Yip Tan versus Daniel Earls, file number 24-00340. Council appearance.
David Williams on behalf of plaintiff, Your Honor.
Is Daniel Earls present? Can you come up here? Okay, today was the date and the time that was scheduled for hearing. The parties already met, correct? You didn't meet?
No.
And discuss resolution
I've never, I've had no, I don't know.
off the record. We can take them to a private meeting so they can discuss a resolution. You know that that's his attorney?
I do now.
Okay, well, you all should discuss a resolution, and if you can't do a resolution, then I'll have a hearing, but he has an attorney, you can step out and try to discuss resolving it. Let's see, Ms. Hall, who do you have?
I'm here for Ms. Bass and also the Myers.
Priest Bass?
Yes.
Any relations to Betty Bass? No? You are related? How are you all related?
I'm finally doing
Your sister?
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, and Mr. Klug. Hi. You're here on the Bass matter. No,
Not here.
you're not. You're on the South Washington matter. You're on the Bass matter.
And
Okay.
also capital accounts versus sewer bills, which is a
I have not seen that. You said it's a dismissal?
condition.
Is Lamar Sorrells, is that you? Okay, on the record, in the matter of Capital Commons versus Lamar Sorrells, file number 24-01157. Council appearance.
Your Honor, Robert Visconti, P 61756 on behalf of capital accounts.
Okay, state your name for the record.
Lamar Farrell.
Okay, today is the date set for hearing for non-payment of rent. There's a conditional dismissal. Mr. Visconti, if you could put the terms on the record.
Your Honor, the total amount due on the condition dismissal is 1,067. That's 879 for rental charges, 188 for court costs. Totals $1,067. We've agreed to extend until the end of the month, May 31st, for that amount to be paid. Paragraph 4B is checked pursuant to paragraph 4B. I explained to Mr. Sorrells that if he fails to make his payment in full, then an order of eviction and judgment would enter contemporaneously anytime after June 1st. I did explain to him that the judgment, or not the judgment, the conditional dismissal does not become final for 3 business days, and that he has the right to file a motion to withdraw his consent within that time because he's not represented by counsel. We do have an order prepared. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you. And is what Mr. Visconti said accurate as to how you want to proceed?
Briefly.
Okay, so you have a conditional dismissal whereby you agree that you will pay past due rent $879 plus court costs, $188 for a total amount due of $1,067, and that you'll pay that or vacate by May 31st, 2024. That's for rent due and owing through May 31st, 2024. You understand that?
Yes.
And you are going to give up your right to be represented by an attorney to do this? You're also going to give up your right to have a jury trial on this matter in order to have a conditional dismissal? Anybody threatening you to give up those rights?
No.
You understand that partial performance will not satisfy, so you have to pay the full amount by the date that you say that you will pay it. Otherwise, they can request for immediate written judgment against you and execute that writ to get you out of the house. You understand that? You have 3 business days from today. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood those rights, you can return to the court, request to have that dismissal set aside, okay?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for the court?
No.
It's no matter for the record, counsel.
No.
We'll get you a copy in just a moment. Thank you. On the record in the matter of Briarcliff Apartments versus Caprice Bass, file number is 23-06492. Council appearance.
Your Honor, Robert Visconti, P 61756 on behalf of the claim.
And Alyssa Hull with Legal Services of South Central Michigan on behalf of defendant Caprice Bass.
Thank you. Okay, today was the date that was set for a hearing on non-payment of rent. How are the parties proceeding?
We would like to request a short adjournment on this matter. We believe either that will lead to a resolution or allow defendant the opportunity to subpoena the witness that we need.
We have no objection to that, Your Honor.
You said there's no objection to that. Oh. Nope. It'll be June 26th at 2. June 26th at 2. And we'll get you a new notice to appear, okay? Yeah. Additional matters for today's record.
Because I probably have to say this for the record, that you presume that this court's first available date, correct?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, on the record in the matter of South Washington Park versus Lamira DeMeyers, file number 24-00198. Council appearance.
If you're Honor, Jeff Blue, appear on behalf of plaintiff South Washington Park.
And Alyssa Hall on behalf of defendant Lamira DeMeyers, Legal Services of South Central Michigan.
It's been a long morning. I think your client's trying to log back
I
in,
think
but
she is too. Or she's gonna try again with the audio and click join. Audio.
can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, what's your name, ma'am?
Lamira Demyers.
Okay, very good. Okay, today again was the date set for a hearing, and I believe there's a conditional dismissal, is that correct?
That's
Yes,
correct.
ma'am.
Okay, okay, Miss Demyers, I did send you a request to start your video.
Okay. Okay,
Okay, very good.
thank you.
Okay, can you put the terms on the record?
Yes, the terms are that Mr. Myers owes to plaintiff through the time period ending May 31st of 2024, a total of $202.04. That's $25 in rent and $177.04 in court costs, a total of $202.04. And Mr. Myers shall pay the full amount of $202.04 on or before July 31st of 2024, in addition to her monthly obligation of rent due by the 5th of each month.
That's complete and accurate, Mr. Cruz?
Yes.
Okay, and Mr. Myers, you can approach with that, so I can
Yes.
see the terms. Mr. Myers, is what your attorney said on the record, what your understanding of how you want to move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you agree that you will pay the past due rent in the amount of $25
Yes, ma'am.
and court costs of $177.04 for a total amount of $202.04, and you'll pay that by May 31st, 2024, correct?
Yes,
Well, that's due and owing through May 31st, 2024, but that you agree that you will pay it on or before July 31st, in addition to your monthly rental obligations, which are due on the 5th of each month.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you have given your attorney to sign an agreement indicating that on your behalf, correct?
Yes,
You understand that partial performance of this agreement will not satisfy. So that means you gotta pay the full amount, and you gotta pay it by the date that you said you would. And you have to
Yes.
continue to pay your other rental obligations, correct?
yes,
You're giving up your right to have a trial in order to enter into this agreement.
yes,
Was there a countersuit filed in this?
No, it was not.
Okay, okay. You have 3 business days from today to return to the court. If you realize you misunderstood the right that you gave up, you can return to the court, request to have this set aside, and we'll set this for a hearing, okay?
okay.
Okay, any questions at this time, ma'am?
No, I thank you very much and I appreciate you. Have a blessed day.
Same to you. You're all set.
Oh. Yo, you can. I gotta go out and pay my love. You feel $25, right? Yeah. And a court call. Yeah, the court call is $170. Your rent is $25.
And we would sign the stipulation. I sent it to her to adjourn, but I did not bring it in. It was, so I said South, that's Karen Roberts.
24-200.
No one's.
Not for 315.
She just said it was her last hearing.
That you signed a step to adjourn, you said?
Yes, and it can be uploaded today. I signed it and sent it over to you. I just got to bring.
Oh, okay, so it's gonna, okay, you need to adjourn, you just need, how much time?
2 weeks, the next available. Hopefully
Next available is in June.
I like June.
I do too. Good month. June 26th at 3:15. June 26th at 3:15. So that tells you right there where our next available is almost in July.
I'm hopeful while this is up.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you, guys.
Karen Roberts will be there.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here with you until.
Sounds good.
maybe 4 or
You're
5.
the rest remaining of my afternoon, just about. Okay, on the record. This revision scheduled for, okay, for Yip Tan versus Daniel Earls, 24-00340. You all met. Did you come to a resolution?
No, we haven't,
Did you discuss a resolution? Did you discuss resolution?
we did discuss it, but we haven't impact.
Okay, and what is the impasse?
Well, my client rented the 3 individuals. 2 of them moved out previously. Mr. Earls, the lease was up on December 25th. Mr. Earls has continued to stay in the residence. And at the time that the lease expired, there was $3,360 due on the property rent. And since he's continued to stay at the property, as of today, there's $73.60 in order to stay in the apartment, and we received also money judgment for $67.56 would be the prorated amount of month rent to that. There's an issue that he was raising regarding utilities. The tenants were required to pay utilities. It got red flagged because the utilities were not paid.
The properties got read, okay, so there was a number of issues. One, you're saying is past due rent amount, and he's saying conditions of the property. Is that the reason why you all couldn't come to a resolution?
What I'm saying is that they were supposed to pay utilities that was red flagged for lack of utilities.
Yeah, I understand that you said that, you just repeated, but my question was, is that are there other issues other than that have, we'll just proceed with the hearing. You can call your first witness.
Okay, I'll call Yip Tan.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
You can have a seat. Okay, you can proceed to question your witness.
Thank you. Mr. Tan, for the record, what is your full name and address?
Yip H. Tan, 606 Cherry Street, Benson, Michigan, 48933.
And Do you own a property at 223 East Hillsdale, Lansing?
Yes, I do.
And do you rent it out?
Yes,
And is that a licensed rental property?
yes, it is.
And did you enter into a lease with 3 individuals on December 26th of 2022?
Yes, I did.
And do you have a copy of the lease?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Would you, can I have that marked down?
Yes, we'll come up and have her mark it.
Yeah, I broke my foot, so.
Oh, get my green folder.
Please look and make sure you have the whole list.
I got another one in the green folder.
Okay.
You have it marked first before you give it to him, please. And she can mark it for you.
We can use it.
Did you break that one? I'm going to show you what is marked as plaintiff's exhibit 1, and can you identify that document?
I don't know what's, he has something in both hands. What is in your right hand?
They're both copies.
Okay, you can give that back to your attorney. What's in your right hand back to your attorney. You only get to have what's marked as an exhibit. Okay, now you can answer his question.
Can you identify that document? Can you identify that document?
Yes,
What is it?
it's the lease that we signed.
Okay, and who did you rent the property to initially?
3 people, Nathaniel James Staley, Zachary Patrick Murphy, and Daniel Robert Fuentes Earl.
And under the terms of the lease, was it a year's lease?
Yes, it was.
And did it expire on November or December 25th of 2023?
That's correct.
And how much was the monthly rent?
It was $1,000 a month.
And who was to pay utilities?
The tenants.
This property, as I understand it, has 2 apartments in it, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Was the other apartment inhabited?
No, it was not.
And was it locked up?
It was.
It's, were there any utilities on, to your knowledge, in the other apartment?
The utilities were on. It did heat the whole house.
Okay. How, and were they paying utilities up until what time, do you know?
I think they had it cut off a couple of times. It was cut off when the other tenant, Zachary Murphy, left, which was around sometime in December before the lease ended. And then it was cut off again in March, and then it stayed off for non-payment of rent.
And at some point, did they stop making payments on the lease?
Yes, they did.
And at the time the lease expired, was there $3,360 due on the rent?
That is correct.
And have you, and then from December till now, there would be another 4 months of rent due, is that
That is
correct?
correct.
And so the balance in rent to stay would be $63.60, is that correct?
That sounds about correct.
Or there'd be 4 months, $73.60, excuse me. Now, in terms of the other 2 individuals, you indicated that one left in December.
Yeah, when Zachary Murphy left December. Yeah, he had to cover rent for Mr. Earls a couple of months, and he said that's it with him.
Okay, and what about the other individual? When
The
did,
other individual, Nathaniel James Bailey, was evicted around March or April, only about 3 months after the lease was in effect. Mr. Murphy and Mr. Earls told me that.
Can you, number one, only answer his question?
Okay.
You can't tell me what someone else told you.
Okay.
It's hearsay.
when did he, so am I correct? Then in December, there were 2 individuals left in the property.
That is correct.
And were there any rent adjustments made?
Did you say February of?
I said in December 25th of 2023, there were 2 individuals in the property. Is that
That's
correct?
correct, yes.
And did you indicate to them that you were terminating the lease at that point?
Yes, they knew that the lease ended at that date.
Now,
Well, did
You
you,
were-
not what they knew. The question was, did you indicate to them that the lease was gonna end?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
and as I understand it, at that time you were in Florida, correct?
Yes, that is right.
You have a property down there and you were staying when you're in Florida.
Yes.
And did you have another individual that was helping you with this property?
Yes,
And is his name Todd Dowry?
yes.
To your knowledge, did the defendant pay any rent after December 25th?
No, he did not.
And so you're basically asking the court to provide a judgment for him to stay for $7,360. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And if you prorate the rent to today, that number would be $67.56.
That sounds about right.
Have you had trouble with vandalism on the property?
Yes,
And what vandalism have you observed?
the locks keep getting broken. They keep complaining about locks being broken. I had to send people to fix it, and then it happened again. It appeared like somebody locked himself out. They just break the lock.
Did you have other damage to the property while they were in residence?
Well, we found out that the door to the ground floor apartment, the lock was also broken in. And in fact, later on, somebody was staying there.
Were they a renter?
No,
Were
I'm
they
sorry,
a
are we
renter?
talking about another unit?
yes,
Okay, what does that have to do with this unit?
sorry.
What does this have to do with this eviction? Counsel,
I was just trying to establish the fact that there was a trespasser on the property that was not
was it
authorized.
this guy
No, some
Oh.
another individual.
in another unit? It's not relevant to his eviction.
Okay. So basically, you're asking the court to give you a judgment for the rent, and you would ask the court to allow the defendant 10 days to pay up the delinquent rent or vacate.
Yes,
Yeah, I'd move to admit plaintiff's exhibit 1, Your Honor.
Any objections to them admitting your lease as an exhibit? Have you seen the lease? That he's admitting?
I don't know. I haven't
Well, you
seen-
need to see
I
what
don't-
he was supposed to show you what he wants admitted, so he's gotta show it to you. Because you might look at it and say, that's not my lease, I don't know.
I have a
Got
copy.
copy sent to
No,
me.
he's gotta see that one. I don't know what's been admitted.
This is a copy, right?
It's supposed to be a copy, you just need to verify it's the one that, a copy of the one you signed.
This doesn't look the same, I don't believe. I'd have to verify with my.
Take your time and verify.
See, I have a copy of a copy. I don't have the original, but I did sign.
But that looks like
It's
your,
similar. Yeah, I don't remember all of it exactly, but it was very close. Has extra stuff on here.
it has extra stuff.
I
What did
believe
you,
like your paying fees and stuff. I don't remember seeing any of
you
that.
said you believe what?
Yeah, it looks, I mean, I don't remember all of this exactly, but
You don't have a reason to dispute it, you just don't remember it?
I don't remember exactly, no.
That's not a copy of your lease right there?
I
folded
believe
up?
it is. I believe it is.
No, the one you have folded, that's not the one you signed?
Not the original, no. It's the house,
How many leases did you sign while you were living there?
just one.
So why wouldn't that not be the one you
I
signed?
believe it is. It's just because I have copies of.
Oh, okay.
His writing and all that.
Okay, the plaintiff's exhibit is admitted.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for, you can get that to me. Do you have any other questions for your witness?
No, I don't.
Okay, do you have any questions for Mr. Tan? Sir?
Yeah, I just wanted to say on the, or is it that I was responsible for both units, electricity, correct?
You're just responsible for the utilities you use. As long as there's nobody else there, that's all you're using.
What, both units?
Both units are.
Well, the utilities are together. So whenever we have another tenant, then they split the utilities. But when you have one person, then obviously you cannot shut off the utilities going upstairs from the downstairs.
Okay, so this is not separate unit, it's one house that you're renting out rooms.
No, it's a separate unit, they're enclosed. People can't go in or out of the other apartment unless they break the door down.
So why is there not separate utilities?
The utilities have not been separated. When we rent the whole thing out to two parties, then the lease would be a little different where they split the utilities.
So if you have somebody in this unit, which is this upper level, correct?
Yes, right.
And let's say you have a family of two in the lower unit.
We did for a while and they split utilities. The lower ones were paying the utilities for the whole house. When they rented the place, then they were supposed to pay downstairs half of the total utilities, which they did, but subsequently the tenants downstairs moved out, so they paid.
Okay, so the tenants downstairs moved out, and is there anything running in that unit?
No, of course it's turned off, down, you know.
Yeah, well, it's not turned off because it's one unit.
Yeah, it's not turned off, but it's not turned up or anything. It's just maintaining normal temperatures for comfort.
So it's being heated so that it could be protected in the winter?
Well, obviously, when any heat would protect the house in the winter.
No, that's not my question. Is heat running through that unit during the winter?
Well, on the way upstairs, yes.
In the vacant unit, there's no heat in there?
Well, there is heat.
Yeah, it's a
because-
yes or no. Is there
Yes,
heat in the lower
because the
unit?
ducts are connected, yes.
Okay, and so heat is running through the lower unit.
Yes, but the lights are off, obviously. And the water
Is
not
there a refrigerator in that unit?
used. Yeah, It's been unplugged, the refrigerator.
Okay, but there is heat and they're responsible for it because it's vacant, correct?
Well, there's no way to prevent the heat from going through.
Correct? Is it that they're
Yes,
responsible for it?
yes.
Okay. Do you have another question?
Were you shutting off the?
No,
registered
you
tenant?
finished your question. This question's for him.
Yeah, I had. All right. And also like with the gas, when you shut off the gas, when it got put in your name, and you shut it off. I want to know.
It never went into
Well,
my.
let him answer the question. Ask the question.
Consumer Energy told me that automatically went into your name and you shut it off.
That's not correct.
Because it says it goes into the landowner's, the
That's a
homeowner's name.
misrepresentation.
That's incorrect.
This is what Consumer Powers. told me.
Okay, you hold it because you'll have an opportunity to give testimony. This is his turn. So you get to ask him questions. Anything you dispute, you tell me when I swear you in. Right now, you're just questioning him.
And did you tell me that I was responsible for that door downstairs for being broken?
I sent people to fix it at least twice.
And did you tell me that I was responsible for people being downstairs and not protecting your other
I
unit?
said that if you have people move around downstairs and squatter, you would be responsible to at least inform me so that I could know how to get rid of them.
So you're saying I'm responsible for your other unit?
As far as that's concerned, if there are people breaking it down and
Yes or
going in
no?
there,
Am I-
Sir, you have to answer his question.
yes.
Did you tell him that he was responsible for replacing the door downstairs?
No, I did not. We replaced the lock.
And you didn't tell him that he was responsible for that?
No, except when they broke it again, I said, hey, I can't fix it all the time. You
Who
better
was
get.
they?
I did say,
Who was they?
well, between him and Zachary,
Zachary was the other tenant?
yeah.
Okay, what caused you to believe that he and Zachary were breaking in downstairs?
Well, I would hope not.
No, why are you telling them that they're responsible for the squatters?
It's only when we were in that room and he said, oh, there were people down there. I said, it's your responsibility to inform me. That's common sense, right? If I were
Why is it his responsibility to inform you that there's people downstairs?
that are not supposed to be there,
Why is his, yeah,
I would if I
why-
were him. for
I
my
know,
own safety.
I recognize, but why is it his responsibility to inform you about your property?
All right, then if he doesn't inform
You're not
me,
answering my question.
I still seriously think it is if I were him,
Why?
because I would want them to be gone, obviously,
I understand what you would want.
yeah.
Why is it his responsibility? Does he own the property?
No, he
Okay.
doesn't.
Does he have any control over who you rent the property to?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Does he get to tell you who you can't rent to?
No,
So why is it his responsibility to notify you if someone's residing downstairs?
I would think for his own safety and also for them to using the utilities that they are paying for.
Well, that's an issue that I've already asked about. Why? Because I don't understand why he's paying for utilities for your vacant unit.
Well, if
But
you're
we'll let-
sitting there and somebody move in and he doesn't care, obviously they're paying utilities that they're not paying for and he is paying for.
Yeah, but what you're not understanding is the issue is he has no business paying utilities for your vacant unit.
Well, he's not. There's nobody
No,
there.
no, he's heating it.
Hmm?
He's heating it, and you just confirmed that with your response. Why would he want someone downstairs if he's got to pay the utilities? He's got to provide heat from down there because when he pays the heat bill, it heats downstairs.
That was the only way we could do it, yeah. And
That's
they-
not,
they
no, that's
fully
not the
well.
only way you can do it, and it doesn't make him responsible. You're the landlord. Any other questions for him?
Yeah, did you, when we were in there talking, did you say you were gonna call the cops on me because I'm staying in there with the red tag on it?
That's exactly right. I told you that you're not supposed to be there with a red tag, which it means that the house cannot be occupied when there are no utilities in there.
So is that correct? You said you would call the police on me that I'm
He
there.
said that's correct.
I-
Next question.
yes,
Um,
I said I'll have to.
And did you change the locks on me? Put a different key? Is it
Well,
the new-
we didn't know whether you were there or not, and the front door
Did you
was
change-
not secure.
You
So I
changed the
did.
locks when,
I
sir?
did.
When?
This was sometime in April.
April of when?
This year.
Last month, a month ago?
Yes, yes. I
Okay,
hired somebody to see, after I got the notice, which was around March 28th or something like that.
notice of what?
Of this year, 24.
You got a notice of what?
Well, we got a notice from the city. Somehow they found out that the utilities were not on. And then it was tagged for not having utilities. And they told us that nobody can stay there. It'll be a misdemeanor and there'll
If
be
it's for red
fines.
tag property. And so the property was tagged in April for lack of utilities?
Yeah, I think March 28th. actually.
March 28th. And so you went in April to secure the property.
I didn't go there. I had somebody
Well,
to secure the property.
thank you.
The two apartments were locked. I don't know how it was. And I told him just put a new lock on the front door, and he did. And just a little later, another person went there to paint the house and said it was kicked in, the door was kicked in.
Okay,
And I found him still staying there
okay.
upstairs.
After you changed the locks, did you notify him that the locks were changed?
His phone is disconnected.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, when we originally did this lease, did you say that you only wanted to deal with Zachariah and not me or Nathan?
I did try to get only one person for me to interact with instead of, individually, and that I chose Zach Patrick Murphy because I thought he was the most responsible, and it turned out to be true.
Did Zachariah ever say that I missed a payment, or did he miss a payment?
Yes, he said that he loaned you money, he paid for your rent, and that he doesn't think you would get him back. You want me to read his text?
Would
No,
you?
because I allowed him to ask the question, but I
Okay.
don't care what someone who's not here said.
And did you try to confirm with me that I was ever late on rent?
Confirm with
Have you ever
what?
served me a piece of paper saying you're gonna take me to court for being late for rent?
Did I?
Yes. Have you ever given
Well,
me a
we
piece of
did
paper?
send evictions out.
I was 4 days late with rent one time, right? For half of my rent. I paid half my rent. I was 4 days for the other half. You gave me a piece of paper before. Said you're gonna take me to court, eviction, right? Or is that correct? What month was that? Do you remember?
Oh, you mean a 7-day notice? Yes. I did send you out a 7-day notice.
When was this? Do you remember?
Oh, it's maybe even December, November. You were behind already in November.
Okay, you have any other questions?
No, I would.
Okay, and so you're, just so I'm clear, you're saying that you've not received any rent since December of 2023?
No, he was delinquent to the tune of 3360 in December 29.
When's the last time you received rent from him?
Probably maybe October.
October of 2023?
Yeah,
Okay. And you not received any payments since then?
not a dime.
Okay, and then your utilities were cut off in about March?
March, let me see, I got it written down here. Electricity, you turn off March 7th, water, March the 14th.
Okay, and they're now in your name?
No, they were supposed to be paying utilities.
No, I mean, are they now in your name, those utilities?
Not yet.
So there's no
He's
utilities?
still in possession of the property.
So there's no utilities there still?
Exactly.
Okay, any redirect of your client?
Based on what your original testimony was, that you expected that property would be vacated on December 25th of 2023.
Yes, I did.
And he was notified of the fact that you were not going to renew you this week.
Yes.
And from then on, he's basically been squatting on the property.
That is correct.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Thank you, you can be excused. Any other witnesses?
I do.
You can call your next witness.
Bob Dowery.
You solemnly, Mr. Dowd, you've been to court before. You stand and face me so I can swear you in.
Oh, Stan.
You-
Not up here very often.
Right, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of
I
perjury?
do.
I gotta look you in the eyes when I do that.
Okay.
Okay. You can question Mr. Dowd.
For the record, would you state your full name and address?
Todd Dowrick, 6435 Heathfield Drive, East Lansing, Michigan, 48823.
And Mr. Can is basically a friend of yours, is that
Yes,
correct?
yes,
And you were aware of the fact that over the winter, this last winter, that he was in Florida.
yes.
And did you or take care of or keep an eye on his property for him?
Kept an eye, he asked me to drive by and see if anyone was still living here, or if it was vacant. I drove by the property and stopped a couple times.
Were you aware that the property was supposed to be vacated on or about December 25th, 2023?
I was, Mr. Kent told me.
And did you go to the property thereafter and find that there were people on the property?
I did.
And who did you find on the property?
Well, I didn't necessarily know the names, but this individual here was at the property.
Okay. And did you let him know that he was supposed to be out of the property?
Yes.
Did you, were you aware that there was damage to the property?
I know that the front door had been, the lock had been damaged 2 or 3 times. That Mr. Tan had to fix.
Front door to what? Is this like, can you describe what you're talking about?
The outside door that lets you in a little lobby way,
Okay,
and then there's stairs that go up to the apartment that this individual was residing in,
okay.
and then on the main floor there was a second apartment that was vacant.
So which door is having the damage?
The outside door
That lets you
had been
in, okay.
damaged. And then later on, the door to that vacant apartment, that lock.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Were the utilities on downstairs? In the downstairs apartment?
I don't really know if they're on or not. I know no one was living there. I didn't go in there and check them out.
Did you inform the defendant in this case that he was not supposed to be there?
I did say that Mr. Tan told me that the lease expired the end of December.
And what was his response to you?
Well, he was not gonna leave and was gonna stay and take it as far as he could. He was gonna.
You said he's gonna take it as far as he could?
Yes, as far as waiting till the court date and going before the judge before he.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes. Was there anybody else there that you had asked to move, get their stuff and leave the premises?
I think at some point there was at least another person.
In what unit?
The upstairs, the one that you were
Oh,
residing.
there was another person that you asked to leave the upstairs unit?
Well, there were some other people hanging around. I don't know if they were living there or.
Was there-
if
You
they-
have to let him answer the question. Continue. Mr. Dowd.
Could you help me with the question again, please?
You said that you were saying there were some other people there. You didn't know if they were living there or hanging out.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
So when you said there was nobody else in the building, just a moment ago with him, right? So there was nobody there. Was there somebody there you told them to get their stuff and leave the downstairs unit? They,
I never went there and saw somebody in the downstairs.
Any more questions for Mr. Doward?
did you remove trash for yet?
I did not.
No? Okay, that's it.
Okay, any redirect? Based
I
on this
have no
question?
further questions.
Thank you, Mr. Doward.
Thank you.
Any additional witnesses?
I have no further witnesses.
Okay. And are you calling witnesses or are you gonna give your own statement?
Yeah,
Let me swear you in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury? Okay, what do you want to share?
I want to share that, after he was evicted by one roommate and the other roommate moved out and people downstairs, they never got rid of any of the trash. It all was up to me. I've been removing the trash for months. The front porch was full of trash. He just recently had somebody clean up the last of it, using my trash can for his other tenants' trash,
Okay.
filling up my trash can. That's pretty much.
The red tag issue.
And this was, let's see what month was this? 12/30. So
December?
yeah, this yeah, and
The property was tagged in December is what you're saying?
yeah, we got this for shut off the consumers.
Okay, were you paying consumers?
Yes, I was paying it to Zachary Murphy
Okay, and Zachary Murphy moved out when?
in December, the last week of December.
When did you get that?
The last week of December.
Okay, so when you moved out, you found out he actually wasn't paying it?
Yeah, he cut off my electricity too. He was my roommate. I gave all my money for rent to.
I recognize that. When he moved out, did you have the utilities switched to your name?
No,
Whose name were they in prior to him moving out?
before Zach was
Before Zach moved, when Zach lived there, whose name was the utilities in?
Zach.
Okay, so when he moved out and the other roommate had already been evicted, who was remaining in the unit? Why did you not get the utilities switched to your name?
Zachary had me cut off. I asked him to go with him so I could switch it. And my name, he just left me hanging, took my deposit. He cut it off at halfway through the month when he moved out. It was like the first or second week of.
What attempts did you make to get the utilities in your name?
I didn't have enough money. My sister ended up putting in her fiance's name for me.
So you had someone who didn't live there put the utilities in their name when?
I didn't have them do that. They did it for me. They called me one day at work and said, when you come home, there'll be power. And that was in January.
January of 2024?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
And I have a bill here. From
When
February.
when exactly was the property red tag?
I'm not exactly sure.
Okay, because it wasn't red tagged in December.
No.
Okay, so when Mr. Tan testified that the property was red tagged or that there was no electricity, I should say, in March, or water in March, that's accurate?
I believe so.
Okay, and you live in the property now?
I'm staying there once in a while. Yeah, either outreach.
You live there now? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'll sleep there. Yeah.
Okay, is there water there?
No, there isn't.
Is there electricity?
No, there isn't.
Why not?
I couldn't afford the bill.
Okay, and when's the last time you paid rent?
I paid first month and deposit, so it had been December.
In December, you paid your rent?
No, it was already paid. First and last month were paid.
What do you mean first and last month were paid?
Yeah, when I moved in.
Oh, you mean when you paid the security deposit
Yeah.
and first and last, what
Yeah,
you're
first-
saying?
first and last.
So when's the last time you gave money outside of paying your first and last when you moved in? When's the last time you gave over money for the use of this property?
I believe it was October or November.
Okay, so what he said in October 2023 sounds accurate.
I paid October. I didn't pay November.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I did pay October.
He said that.
Only 1 month is what I didn't pay. I believe.
Well, not just 1 month, because it's May.
Yeah, I mean, and then top after the lease. I wouldn't say I would.
So November, December.
No, not December. That was paid.
November.
Then January.
You're saying December was paid because you paid first and last month, but I'm gonna do the counting here. November, December, January, February, March, April, May. You've been holding over this property for these many months and you have not given over any money to hold over the property, nor have you paid any utilities, correct? Where are we having a hearing? Why do you believe that you have the lawful right to do that?
I felt like he wouldn't work with me. I wanted to renew the lease and this is 1 month rent, utility bill.
Keep asking the utility bill, please. So your issue is that, the utility bill.
I couldn't afford to move. That was 1 month. From January to February.
And you're,
Yeah. 2 units.
it says miscellaneous charges, water, sewer. I don't know what miscellaneous are for. You're saying this is for 2 units, and that there was a squatter during that time?
Yes, I believe so. There's multiple people in and out of it.
That's what happens in the winter in vacant properties. So I'm not surprised. And so who's Ray Johnson?
That's my sister's fiance.
Oh, okay. Well, this is not even in your name. Why are you responsible for it? What's that got to do with your rent? Why would he really renew your lease if you haven't paid any rent?
At that time, I was only back one month. That would have been $500 of the half of the 1,000 for November. And he was telling me
The rent is $1,000.
yes, but that's between 2 people. Zachary Murphy was still living there.
But not anymore. After December, he moved out when the lease expired.
But he wouldn't he wouldn't work with me after.
He didn't have to. He said the lease ended in December. Why didn't you move out?
He didn't talk, that was before, he didn't.
You signed a 1-year lease.
Yeah.
When did he tell you he didn't want to renew your lease?
Or that would have been. He didn't say he didn't want to renew it. He said that he wouldn't do it because I owed him $2,000. And I told him I didn't owe that.
When did he tell you that?
I believe it was November or December.
Okay. How much is the past due rent? Counsel?
The number I have, Judge, is 7360.
7360?
Yeah,
Does that include court costs?
no, that's just the delinquent rent percent.
What are the court costs?
Your Honor, I don't have it because I just kind of came into the case today, but Mr. Tan was in Florida, so we don't have it.
How much is the service? $27.76 for service. And the filing is 130. He paid you a first and last month rent when he moved in.
Yes.
Has that been deducted from this past due amount? Has that payment been deducted from this past due amount?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
So this,
Okay, how much is it?
how much did he pay for,
So it'll be just the last month rent, yeah, but
how much?
it would be $1,000.
Okay, so that would mean that according to my calculations, it'd be 57, 56,
57? You said what?
57, 56 prorated to that. I'm
Okay.
giving him credit for $1,000.
Okay, and his rent was $1,000. What is the additional for again? Was there late fees attached?
Nope, I didn't
Okay.
take any lease.
Judgment in favor of the plaintiff, $5,756 plus $27.76 for a filing, for service, and $130 filing fee for a total amount of $5,913.76 for possession judgment. You need to pay that or vacate no later than May 20th. Okay?
So that's another-
Okay, we'll get an order prepared. Any additional matters for today's record?
Your Honor, the only other issue is that it is a red tag property.
He's got to get his possession out of there. So if the property is currently red tagged, you can't stay there. Otherwise, they got to call, he does have to call the police. So you got to go get your stuff out. And you can't go get your stuff out after hours because it's red tagged. And the red tag tells you what you can do. So you got to go in there, get your stuff out of the property. You haven't paid any rent. You didn't even give us a good reason as to why you couldn't pay the rent. You said it's a red tag because there's no utilities. You didn't put the utilities in your name because you said you didn't have any money. I'm sorry?
I lost my job.
I recognize that, but that doesn't mean that someone has to let you live in their house for free and that your sister's boyfriend has to put the utilities in their name and then that this person has to work with you to offset whatever the utilities are. I agree with you that you should not be responsible for the utilities down in another unit. That to me is absurd, but that issue is not before the court. We're only here for past due rent. So the past due rent, you're still responsible for. Okay?
There's no way that we can work with, he could pay a part of the deduct from the half the utilities for the.
The utilities are not an issue. You didn't countersue for the utilities. The utilities aren't even in your name. I don't even know that you technically have standing for that. You probably got to get that guy who put it in his name to countersue. But that's not even an issue right here. As of right now, if he wants to get that utility in his name, he probably has to pay that bill himself so that he can get it in his name and get the red tag off. But he can't do that until he gets an eviction. So we'll get you in order. You're all set, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You. Skylar Brown here. Okay, on the record, in the matter of SK Lansing Limited versus Skylar Brown, file number 24-01183, appearance for the record.
Jeff Clute appearing on behalf of plaintiff SK Lansing.
Okay. Today was the date that was set for a hearing. Ma'am, state your name, please. Skylar Brown. Thank you, and we're having a hearing or no?
No, we have discussed, Your Honor, and we would like to enter a consent order for conditional dismissal. As of today's date, the past due rent is $4,023. Court costs are $177.04, and that is through May 31st, 2024. Total amount is $4,204. Parties agree that defendant will pay the balance of the $4,204 as $4,204, sorry, as follows: $1,000 by May 10th, 2024. The remaining balance of $3,204 will be paid by the 30th of each month in the amount of $400. Final payment of $400.04 on December 30th, 2024. Plus, the defendant also agrees to pay her current rental amount by the 5th day of each month.
Okay, Ms. Brown, that sounds accurate to you? Yes, ma'am. Counsel, you can approach. Okay, so the case will be dismissed today upon the condition that you pay the past due rent due and owing to a period of May 31st, 2024, amount of $4,023 plus court costs, $177.04 for a total amount to $4,200.04 that you'll pay that or vacate by May 31st. It says defendant will pay the balance due of $4,200.04 as follows: $1,000 to be paid by the 10th of May, 2024. Remaining balance of $3,200.04 to be paid by the 30th of each month in the amount of $400. Final payment of $400.04 on or before December 30th, 2024, plus the rent that you regularly have due by the 5th day of each month, correct? You have the right to be represented by an attorney in this matter. You appear today without an attorney. Are you waiving your right to counsel? You have the right to proceed to a jury trial. You could have demanded a jury in this matter. You want to waive your right to trial? Anybody threatening you to waive those rights? No. Anybody promising you anything to waive them? No. That's your signature? You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood the rights that you waived, you can return to the court, request to have this agreement set aside. Partial performance will not satisfy that agreement, so you need to comply completely and accurately as to how it states on that. Otherwise, they can request judgment enter against you immediately without noticing you of a hearing, okay? If you have any questions, any additional matters for the record? We'll get you a copy in just a moment. Thank you. Yeah, all those things, Nathaniel, none of the public defender didn't sign any of them. That's why I gave them. Okay, and,
I'm coming for trial.
oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't see you on there.
I'll move it.
Okay. All right, you're here for Abu, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on the record in the matter of US Bank National Association versus Roy McFall, file number is 24-01464, appearance for the record, counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Norman Whitty appearing on behalf of Morella Albu for the plaintiff.
Okay, and state your name, sir? Okay, today was the date and the time that was scheduled for a hearing on termination of tenancy. You all have come to a resolution?
We have, Your Honor, the parties have agreed to a consent judgment in this matter. Just a little bit of background. This is the eviction following the expiration of a redemption period of a foreclosed mortgage. We have prepared a consent judgment. We reviewed the defendant's rights under MCR 4.201J, after which you signed it. If I may approach.
Yes, please.
And, oh, the other thing is we've extended the rent date to June 10th.
Okay, that's complete and accurate as to how you want to proceed? Okay, so I have a consent judgment here stating that you will vacate the property no later than June 10th, 2024. You do have a appeal date of May 20th, 2024, correct? Okay, and so you had a few rights that you would need to give up in order to have this entered today. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. Did you want to give up that right?
I give it up.
Okay, you also have the right to demand a jury trial. You've not demanded one thus far. Are you giving up your right for trial?
I give that up.
Okay, anybody threatening you to give up those rights?
No.
So no money judgment should enter at this time. I've signed and dated this for today. You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood the rights that you gave up to enter into that consent judgment, you can request to have the judgment set aside by coming in and filing a motion to set aside judgment. You'll have to explain to the court how it was that you misunderstood your rights, okay?
I understand.
Do you have any questions? Any additional matters for the record?
I'm the plaintiff, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, you're all set.
Appreciate it.
Sir, which matter are you waiting for?
Hello, Your Honor. I'm Brian Lennon, and I have no matter today. Kind of here on continuing legal education.
Oh, okay. Did you get a chance to go down there? Are they? I see someone on Zoom, but it just says your name is KT Tyson. I don't know who this is. On Zoom, last name
Can you hear me?
Tyson. Yeah. What's your name?
Can you, yes, Ken Tyson. I had a court date back in April. I think it was April the 10th. And actually, me and the attorney had said that we were going to try to resolve it out of court. And so
What's your name? What's your
I've
first
been trying
name?
to get in contact. Kenneth.
What's your first? What is your first name?
Kenneth. Kenneth.
Okay. Let me see if we can pull up your file.
Well, it was with a Shamar duel.
Kenneth Tyson.
It was for the estate of Miranda Tyson.
Miranda Tyson. Okay, that matter is scheduled for today at 2:45, but I think they submitted to adjourn it. Right. So the matter was adjourned. You were the attorney
Right.
is Mr. Dua.
Right. And all I wanted to know was because I called earlier today and they said that you hadn't reviewed it yet. So I just wanted to be sure that it was pushed back.
Yeah, I still haven't
Court
reviewed it,
date.
but they advised me, they advised me that there's something for me to review to adjourn it. So Mr. Dua did not appear. I'll sign it and then you'll get a new date.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. What's your name, ma'am?
Okay.
Okay. Did you speak with Mr. Klug already? No, I haven't. Oh, okay.
One of them showed up.
They didn't?
One of them, Kelly didn't show up.
Kelly didn't show up?
Kelly
Okay.
didn't show up. I have a default for her. And
Okay.
then,
Okay, and we have Ms. Johnson here.
yes.
Okay, on the record in the matter of SK Lansing Limited versus Marquetta Johnson, file number 24-01190. Council appearance.
Definitely just for the appearing on behalf of plaintiff SK Lansing.
And your name, ma'am?
Marquita Johnson.
Okay, Marquita. Today's the date and time that was set for hearing for non-payment of rent, and you have entered an agreement.
No, Your Honor, we would like to request one of your adjourned dates in the end of June or July sometime.
I think we're still in June for now.
She indicated that she's has applied for financial assistance, so that's.
Who did you apply with?
I play with DHA.
June 26th at 3:30. June 26th at 3:30. Thank you. And I'll execute a stay of her case until then. Okay. We'll get you a copy of your notice to appear on June 26th. Do you have any questions for the court? You're all set for now.
Thank you.
No problem. Have we seen your 3:15 people?
Oh, I have the default for the like 2:30.
For the 2:30 one?
Yeah, for the.
So Cynthia Paddock's not here,
We
Shannon.
got an
Reese.
email about her. She's called Civil and said she's running. Yes.
For the conditional, consent order for conditional dismissal, do you want me to upload them or are you gonna?
I'm sorry,
Do you want me to upload the signed consent order or?
the one I just signed?
Well, yeah, that one too.
If I signed it, I should have it. If I signed it, we upload it.
If you can't read my handwriting in this consent orders, you can just tell me to go back. Type it in.
They can probably barely read my handwriting sometimes because I write too quickly in the ROA. I'm trying to, this must have been an old message from Mr. Whitty. Mr. Whitty asked a question about power. Did somebody give an answer? Because I didn't. I just saw his message. What's he talking about? Is that from this morning?
Oh, yeah, that was from this morning. I answered them.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I just saw it. So I just missed my adjourned date. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mr. Whitty, I just saw your question. Okay, so nobody's here for 3:15. Let's see.
I have this hat.
Paddock,
Yes.
on the record in the matter of SK Lansing versus Cynthia Paddock, file number 24-01197. Appearance for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeff Fluke appearing on plaintiff SK Lansing Limited Dividend Housing.
Your name, please.
Cynthia Paddock.
Okay, Ms. Paddock, today's the date that was set for hearing for non-payment of rent. Counsel, how are you proceeding?
Your Honor, we met, and we'd like to enter a consent order of conditional dismissal.
Okay,
The terms are she owes rent past due of $1,110 as of May 31st, 2024. Court costs $177.04, total amount $1,287.04. Defendant agrees to pay this amount in 3 equal monthly installments by the 30th each month of $321.76. Last payment will be July 30th, 2024. We went over it, she understands she misses a payment. Sorry, in addition, she also has to pay her rent if there is any case change. By the 5th day of each month. If she misses any of these payments, plaintiff can file an affidavit. The case can be reopened, a judgment and writ can be issued the same day without notice. And partial payment will not prevent that. And we went over her rights to a trial judge jury.
yes. Okay, and Ms. Paddock, that's how you want to proceed, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right also to proceed to a trial. You can demand a jury trial.
Yes,
Are you willing to give up both of those rights to have a conditional dismissal entered today?
yes, ma'am.
Anybody threatening you to do that?
Oh, ma'am.
And is that your signature, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You do recognize partial performance of this agreement will not satisfy it. So if you don't follow completely, as you stated you would on this portion of the agreement, they can request judgment to enter against you immediately without noticing you of a new court date. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood your rights, you can return to the court, request to have that agreement set aside, and we'll set the matter for a hearing, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record?
No.
Any questions?
ma'am.
Okay, you're all set. Ma'am, what's your name?
Shannon.
Ms. Reese. Why are you 30 minutes
I
late?
know I was supposed to be here at 15.
Why weren't you here?
Huh?
Why weren't you here then?
Oh, I had to work. I didn't.
We had to work too.
Yes.
You knew your court, you know your court time.
Yes.
Why did you tell
When I'm on the bus?
wouldn't you tell them that you had to leave for court? You didn't tell them that?
Yes, I did.
And they told you no?
They let me leave early, but see with the bus situation, but
You are here, but we don't have time to have a hearing, so I guess you're gonna go work it out. What's your name, sir?
I don't have court.
Oh, okay.
I've been in the hospital. I was supposed to make a payment on the 20th. I'm in on the 3rd. But they told me to come here and talk to you to see if I can make it. Like a couple more weeks. You know?
Oh, you need an extension essentially. I just need the file. Can they tell you what file it is so I can write it on?
This is what he gave me.
They gave you that?
Yeah, at the desk.
Well, that's bizarre. Thanks. Okay, but I only see one person, so.
Right. So I
Okay,
got a default, and then with Ms. Ruiz, we're giving her time to apply for assistance, so she's requesting a short term. Which means you're next available June, July, whatever.
June 26th at 3:30. June 26th at 3:30. And we'll get you a copy of your notice to appear.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, ma'am? Okay, you're all set, and then Mr. Klug, you have a default for McKinney?
Yes.
Yes,
That's all.
I think that's all I have.
I like that. Well, like I saw a guy wearing a shirt that says, "You can't scare me, I have two daughters."
Uh-huh. That's toughen you up, huh? Okay, and that's that.